anti-tank mines in the ground, then laid a strip of road spikes across the middle of the road every 20 meters, and finally even dug a trap at the end of the road to cut off the enemy's pursuit. Beyond that, everyone's marksmanship had to be trained to the point of landing a headshot with every single bullet, because the 6 of them would be facing 100 well-trained mercenaries and could not afford even the slightest mistake. The weapons they prepared were also of military grade. Various large-caliber sniper rifles and high-explosive grenades, and even surface-to-air missiles capable of taking down aircraft. Even after all these thorough preparations, they were still worried about being defeated. So they also mapped out a retreat route. At the end of the road is an uncrossable canyon, but it is also the perfect location to shake off pursuers. They had installed a zip line there in advance, allowing them to safely reach the bottom of the valley where they had hidden ATVs beforehand. Riding them would allow for a successful withdrawal. Everything they did was solely for the purpose of rescuing a woman named Lisa. Although Lisa looks very young, everyone calls her Mom. This is because they were all once serious criminals in prison, and it was only thanks to Lisa bailing them out at great expense that they regained their freedom. This title reflects everyone's loyalty to her.
Ma'am?
From then on, they all joined Lisa's debt collection team, specializing in dealing with wealthy deadbeats who refuse to repay what they owe. This time, Lisa has taken on a major job, collecting a debt of $1 billion for a financial company. If successful, she stands to earn $100 million in compensation. The debtor is a capitalist named Salazar. After investigation, Lisa discovers that this man has businesses all over the world, with annual revenues exceeding $10 billion, yet he refuses to repay even $1 billion. He even keeps a group of mercenaries, specifically to assassinate debt collectors. But Lisa is no ordinary person. She has her own methods for dealing with this kind of deadbeat. She has her assistant Sid tip off the Saudi government that Salazar is constructing an unauthorized hotel. He had only been approved to build a hotel of 130,000 square feet, but privately expanded it to 150,000 square feet. Upon learning this, the government immediately ordered workers to forcibly halt construction and handed Salazar a fine of $4 million per week. She then sends another assistant, Branco, to an offshore oil drilling platform in Spain to quietly sabotage the core power system inside. The entire drilling platform instantly stops operating, losing at least 500,000 a day.
¿Qué coño está pasando? Apágalo, joder, apágalo!
Doesn't drill, doesn't move, and Salazar's leaking $500,000 a day.
But these losses are still not enough to bring down a deadbeat like Salazar. So Lisa has Sid disguise himself as a businessman to attend a chess club. The chess club is hosted by a man named Wolfgang, who is Salazar's accountant and is responsible for helping Salazar handle some funds of questionable origin. To get close to Wolfgang, Sid prepares a set of loaded dice, allowing him to win every game without taking a single cent from his opponents. This successfully catches Wolfgang's attention. In his eyes, businessmen are extremely money-driven, but Sid's uniqueness makes him very intrigued. So he decisively challenges Sid to a game, which is exactly the trap Sid has set. This time, Sid switches to normal dice and deliberately loses to Wolfgang, but Sid claims he has no cash on him and instead offers a gift to settle the debt. The gift is a precious Trojan mouse statue, something Wolfgang has long dreamed of owning. He then places it in his workplace. Little does he know that hidden inside the statue are several pinhole cameras. When Wolfgang opens his computer to work, everything on the screen related to Salazar's illegal dealings is seen clearly by a hacker. Lisa then hands this evidence over to the international court, causing Salazar's lawyer to suffer a complete defeat.
She's a monster.
At this point, Salazar can no longer sit still. Soon, a large portion of his assets are frozen. He then begins his counterattack. Before Lisa even returns to America, he sends his men to abduct her and bring her to his private island. Everything on the island is under his control. Even the police answer to him. His goal is simple: force Lisa to withdraw the charges or keep her imprisoned on the island forever. However, Lisa has a group of capable sons under her command, so she is not the least bit afraid of this threat. Sure enough, the next day, the sons launch a rescue operation. Branco and Sid disguise themselves as police officers and walk directly into the police station's armory, taking control of the guards inside. They each take a rifle, then quietly enter the cell block and effortlessly subdue the completely unsuspecting prison guards, locking them inside the cells. They think this will be enough to successfully rescue Lisa, but the moment they walk out of the cell block, they run into several more police officers. At first, the two only intend to intimidate them, but these officers insist on drawing their weapons, so they no longer hold back. The gunshots quickly attract a large number of police officers. Withdrawing through the front entrance is completely out of the question. This is when their teammates waiting outside make their move. They plant a bomb on the back wall of the police station and blow a large hole straight through it. And so, through the coordinated efforts of everyone, they manage to rescue Lisa from a heavily guarded police station. But leaving the island proves to be extremely difficult. The moment they get into the vehicle, the police notice something is wrong and give chase. To make matters worse, Salazar's mercenaries also close in from another road to cut them off.